Welcome back. This is the lesson on the hook, the magical hook that you will spend a ton of time on when you're thinking about doing Expedia reviews. So, what is the hook? Again, the hook is the scroll stopper. You're scrolling through social media and you're stopping at certain videos because these seem interesting. Why do they seem interesting? Because they do a couple of things right that make you interested in watching more. So the hook really is the first 5 seconds of a video, oftentimes even 3 seconds of a video, where a person, a viewer, decides whether they want to continue watching the entire video or they just want to drop off. You see this here really well. This might seem like a complicated chart, but let me explain. So what you see here on the x-axis is how long a video is watched. And on the y-axis, you see how many percentage of viewers are still there at the end of it. So here you see a typical video that doesn't have a very strong hook. It starts, people give it the first couple of seconds benefit of doubt, and then people start scrolling away. At around 13 seconds, there's less than 20% left that are still watching this video. While as here, this video didn't lose the people at the very beginning. Yes, you have a small, tiny little drop off, but at 10 seconds, you still have over 100% of people engaged. And then here at 21 and 31, you still have 70% who watched the whole video. Why? Because you didn't lose them at the beginning. So losing them at the beginning costs you. And that's why we want to help you create the perfect hook. A perfect hook examples are promising to solve my problem. An example here is, do you sleep better at low temperatures? I really want to sleep at lower temperatures, so please let me know. What can I do? So this promises to solve a problem that I have. Another hook that Nico used here is this already ready? What is ready? So it's a typical hook that engages you because it puzzles you. What is he talking about? What am I going to see? So you're staying on. Another example here is, do you know what's weird this time pregnant? No, I don't know. I want to know. So I'll watch this longer to see. Third example here is that it promises me to give me valuable information. This video starts with, I bought way too many unnecessary things when I became a mom. Did you? Sounds like there's something I might learn from you. So it promises to give me more information about something I care about. And lastly, we also seen hooks do really well that touch me emotionally. This is a really easy one, but it's a really powerful one. This is my son James. So all of these potential hooks can work. The internet, by the way, is a treasure trove of what hooks work and what don't work, which hooks don't work. So also do your research here and experiment. But generally remember that you want people to stay engaged with you longer than 5 seconds. Now, here are all the different hooks that don't work, and we know they don't. First of all, anything that shows you and the product at the very beginning, especially in a kind of addy way where you have the product kind of in your face, doesn't work. Why? Because it looks like an advertising. Generally, everything that looks like an advertising will not work. Secondly, things that talk about the product right away. Let's say your hook is vacuum without the cable chaos. Sounds like an ad. I know this is going to be an ad later on. You also don't want it to be the obvious ad intro without actually talking about the product. Something like, I love cooking, but we know it's likely going to be an ad afterwards. There's also the option of doing a kind of getting us to a obvious ad with something like, do you need a reliable everyday companion? I also know that you're probably going to sell me a product right after this. And what also doesn't work is if you introduce yourself at the very beginning. Hi, I'm Mary is not interesting enough. So avoid anything that looks like an ad. Avoid showing the product at the very beginning. Avoid showing yourself in like an addy way at the beginning. Dive in, ask me a question. Don't talk about the product yet, and make me interested.